Brought to you by WikiVD Documentaries. Pamela Anderson. Pamela Denise Anderson is a Canadian-American actress and model. Anderson is best known for her roles on the television series Home Improvement, Baywatch and V.I.P. after rising to fame as Playmate of the Month for Playboy magazine in February 1990. Anderson has also appeared in films such as Raw Justice, Barbed Wire and Blonde and Blonder, and was inducted into Canada's Walk of Fame in 2006. Anderson is an activist for the animal rights movement and has conducted campaigns condemning the commercial fur industry and promoting veganism through the animal rights organization People for the Ethical Treatment of Animals. Early life. Anderson was born in Ladysmith, British Columbia, the daughter of Barry, a furnace repairman, and Carol Anderson, a waitress. Her great-grandfather, Juho Hirschirainen, was Finnish, a native of Saari-Havia, and left the Grand Duchy of Finland in 1908. He changed his name to Anderson when he arrived as an immigrant.
Anderson also has Russian ancestry on her mother's side. Anderson got some press coverage right after her birth as the country's centennial baby, having been the first baby born on July 1, 1967. The 100th anniversary of Canada's official founding via the Constitution Act, 1867.
Anderson suffered sexual abuse as a child, a fact she revealed publicly in 2014. She was molested by a female babysitter from ages 6 to 10, raped by a 25-year-old man when she was 12, and gang-raped by her boyfriend and 6 of his friends when she was 14. Anderson attended Highland Secondary School in Comox, British Columbia. During high school, she played on the volleyball team. She graduated in 1985. In 1988, Anderson moved to Vancouver and worked as a fitness instructor. Early modeling. In 1989, Anderson attended a BC Lions Canadian Football League game at the BC Place Stadium in Vancouver, where she was featured on the Jumbotron while wearing a Labatt's beer t-shirt.
The brewing company hired Anderson briefly as a spokesmodel. Inspired by that event, her then-boyfriend Dan Ilichich produced a poster of her image, entitled The Blue Zone Girl. Anderson appeared as the cover girl on Playboy magazine's October 1989 issue. She moved to Los Angeles to further pursue a modeling career.
Playboy subsequently chose her as Playmate of the Month in their February 1990 issue, in which she appeared in the centerfold photo. Anderson then elected to have breast implant surgery, increasing her bust size to 34D. She increased her bust size again to 34DD several years later. Anderson has since appeared in Playboy several times in the 1990s and the 2000s.
Anderson's Playboy career spans 22 years, and she has appeared on more Playboy covers than any other model. She has also made appearances in the publication's newsstand specials. Anderson wrote the foreword in the Playboy coffee table book, Playboy's Greatest Covers. She was the last to pose nude in Playboy, on the magazine's January-February 2016 cover.
Entertainment career. After Anderson moved to Los Angeles, she won a minor role as Lisa, the original Tool-Time Girl, on the television sitcom Home Improvement. She left the show after 2 seasons, and won the role of C.J. Parker on Baywatch, whom she played for 5 seasons between 1992 and 1997, making her one of the longest-serving cast members.
This has been one of her best-known roles to date and has gained her a lot of popularity from international viewers. She reprised her role in a reunion movie, Baywatch, Hawaiian Wedding, and also to star in commercials for DirecTV in 2007. Anderson was still modeling for Outdoor Life, and appearing on the cover of the magazine each year. In 1993, Anderson appeared in a music video, Can't Have Your Cake by Vince Neil, to promote his first solo album, Exposed. In 1994, she was cast into her first starring film role, in Raw Justice, also known as Good Cop, Bad Cop, co-starring with Stacy Keach, David Keith and Robert Hayes. Under the alternate title, the film won the Bronze Award at the Worldfest Charleston in the category for dramatic theatrical films. In 1996, she appeared in Barb playing Barbara Rose Kopetsky, which was later claimed by some sources to be Anderson's real name, although it is not. The movie, a thinly veiled futuristic remake of Casablanca, was not a commercial success. In April 1997, she guest-hosted Saturday Night Live. She appeared on one of two covers for the September issue of Playboy. In September 1998, Anderson starred as Valerie Irons in the Sony Pictures television syndicated series V.I.P. created by J.F. Lawton, blending action and humor in a fast-paced adventure series. With Anderson often poking fun at her tabloid image, the show explored the exciting and sometimes treacherous lives of the rich and famous.
The series lasted through a successful 4-year run. In 1999, she appeared as a man-eating giantess in the music video for Miserable by California alternative rock band Lit. She appeared on The Nanny as Fran Fine's rival, Heather Biblow. Also in 1999, she had her breast implants surgically removed.
Sam Newman House is a pop architecture building constructed in 2003 in St Kilda, Victoria, Australia, which features a large image of Anderson's face. Sam Newman commissioned local architect Cassandra Fahey to design the building, and used the image with Anderson's permission. Permits were issued retroactively when it became a major local landmark, and won the award for Best New Residential Building in the RAIA Victorian Architecture Awards.
In early 2004, Anderson returned to the spotlight. In May, she appeared naked on the cover of Playboy magazine. It was the first time she had appeared naked on any magazine cover. Later, she posed naked for Stuff in GQ magazines. Anderson also graced the cover of the fashion magazine Il Canada.
In 2004, she released the book Star, co-written by Eric Shaw Quinn, about a teenager trying to become famous. After this, she began touring the United States, signing autographs for fans at Walmart stores nationwide. Her second book, the sequel Starstruck, released in 2005, is a thinly veiled look at her life with Tommy Lee and the trials of celebrity life.
In April 2005, Anderson starred in a new Fox sitcom stacked as Skylar Dayton, a party girl who goes to work at a bookstore. It was cancelled on May 18, 2006, after 2 seasons, although some episodes were never aired. On August 14, 2005, Comedy Central created the Roast of Pamela Anderson to honor the sex symbol for the past decade.
Anderson was named Most Powerful Canadian in Hollywood in 2005. In December 2005, NBC cut off a video of Anderson pole dancing on Elton John's The Red Piano. NBC said that the footage was inappropriate for prime time. The video was shown on huge screens during the event, while John played The Bitch Is Back. In March 2006, it was announced that Anderson would receive a star on Canada's Walk of Fame thanks to her many years as a model and actress. She is only the second model to receive a star.
In April 2006, Anderson hosted Canada's Juno Awards, becoming the first non-singer and model to do so. Anderson appeared in the 2006 mockumentary, Borat, Cultural Learnings of America, for Make Benefit Glorious Nation of Kazakhstan, as the title character becomes obsessed with her and plans to abduct and marry her. She appears as herself at a book signing at the end of the film, confronted by Borat in a staged botched abduction. She performed on February 13, 2008 in a Valentine's Day striptease act at the Crazy Horse Cabaret in Paris. Anderson then starred in Pam's Girl on the Loose, which debuted on August 3, 2008 on E! In the United States. In December 2009, Anderson guest-starred as Genie of the Lamp in the pantomime Aladdin at the New Wimbledon Theatre in Wimbledon, southwest London, England. Anderson took over the role from comedian Ruby Wax, with former EastEnders actress Anita Dobson and comedian Paul O'Grady also booked for the role. In 2010, she appeared in the short film The Commuter, directed by the McHenry brothers, and shot entirely on the Nokia N8 smartphone as promotion for the phone in the UK. Anderson was featured in a beach-themed editorial, shot by Mario Testino, for Brazilian Vogue's June 2013 body issue. Reality television. On July 9, 2008, Anderson entered the Australian Big Brother house for a 3-day visit. This was Anderson's first foray into reality television. In November 2010, Anderson appeared on Season 4 of Big Boss, the Indian version of the Big Brother television franchise. She stayed as a guest in the house for 3 days for a reported sum of ₹2.5 crores. Furthering her involvement in the franchise, in September 2011, Anderson took part in the 12th season of Big Brother in the United Kingdom. On September 9, 2012, it was officially announced that she will enter the house in Bulgaria on September 16, taking part in the 4th season of VIP Brother, which is the celebrity spin-off of Big Brother in Bulgaria. On day 12, for the premiere Big Brother in Germany, she entered the house as a special guest star on the final day. David Hasselhoff, a former Baywatch co-star, was a contestant in Day 1 to Day 5. Dancing with the Stars. Anderson was a contestant on the 10th season of Dancing with the Stars, partnered with professional dancer Damian Whitewood. The season premiered on March 22, 2010, and after 7 weeks, Anderson was eliminated. She also took part in the 15th season All-Star Edition in 2012 with Tristan McManus. Anderson and McManus were eliminated in the first week of competition. In 2011, she appeared on the Argentinian version of Dancing with the Stars, entitled Bailando por un Sueño. She once again danced with Whitewood. She withdrew from the competition after the 4th round. Dancing on Ice. In 2013, Anderson appeared on Season 8 of the British reality TV show Dancing on Ice, partnered with former winner Matt Evers. They became the first couple on that season to be voted off by the judges due to a few stumbles. Animal rights. One of Anderson's campaigns as a member of PETA has been against the use of fur. In 1999, Anderson received the first Linda McCartney Memorial Award for Animal Rights Protectors in recognition of her campaign. In 2003, Anderson stripped down for PETA's "I'd Rather Go Naked Than Wear Fur" advertising campaign. On June 28, 2006, Anderson posed naked with other protesters on a window display of the Stella McCartney boutique in London, England.
It was a PETA Gala event before the PETA Humanitarian Awards. Anderson went inside the boutique and said she would take her clothes off if the event raised enough money for PETA, which it did. She campaigned against Kentucky Fried Chicken. In 2001, Anderson released a letter in support of PETA's campaign against Kentucky Fried Chicken, stating, "What KFC does to 750 million chickens each year is not civilized or acceptable."
She later made a video about KFC's treatment of chickens. In January 2006, Anderson requested that the governor of Kentucky remove a bust of Colonel Sanders, the founder of KFC, from display, but her request was refused even when she offered her own bust in exchange. In February 2006, Anderson decided to boycott the Kentucky Derby because of its support for Kentucky Fried Chicken.
She has also campaigned against seal hunting in Canada. In March 2006, Anderson asked to speak to Prime Minister Stephen Harper about the annual seal hunt, but was refused. In May 2006, she petitioned individuals on the street for their opinion on the Canadian seal hunt. In December 2009, Anderson, photographed in a T-shirt with a drawn picture of a seal pup on it, was featured in a new ad campaign for PETA. She appears next to the headline, "Save the Seals," in the ad and urges the public to help end Canada's annual seal slaughter. She joined forces with the organization again in a campaign for the boycott of fruit juice maker POM. The POM Horrible campaign has resulted in the company halting animal tests.
Anderson became the center of controversy when she posed in a bikini nearly nude for a PETA ad that was banned in Montreal, Quebec, on grounds that the ad was sexist. Anderson retorted saying, "In a city that is known for its exotic dancing and for being progressive and edgy, how sad that a woman would be banned from using her own body in a political protest over the suffering of cows and chickens."
In some parts of the world, women are forced to cover their whole bodies with burqas. Is that next? I didn't think that Canada would be so puritanical. She became a company spokesperson for Frog Ads, Inc. in March 2012. In February 2014, she stripped for a Valentine's Day-themed ad for PETA, urging dog lovers to cuddle up with their pets during winter. Anderson has actively campaigned for environmental conservation group Sea Shepherd Conservation Society, has served on the Sea Shepherd Board of Directors and is a spokesperson for the group.
She has traveled with the organization in support of campaigns such as Operation Leopard Grandini, which monitors the activities of fishermen in the Faroe Islands as part of the traditional pilot whale drive hunt, and even known as the Grinda Drap. She is a close friend of Sea Shepherd founder Paul Watson. In July 2015, Anderson wrote an open letter to Russian President Vladimir Putin asking to prevent the passage of the cargo vessel Winter Bay with over 1,700 tons of fin whale meat through the Northeast Passage to Japan. Here are some of the events that have happened regarding her interest in protecting animal rights and wildlife in Russia. AIDS, cannabis, and other activism. In March 2005, Anderson became a spokesperson for MAC Cosmetics' MAC AIDS Fund, which helped people affected by AIDS and HIV. After becoming the official spokesmodel, Anderson raised money during events in Toronto, Tokyo, Dublin, and Athens. Anderson became the celebrity spokesperson for the American Liver Foundation, and served as the Grand Marshal of the SOS Motorcycle Ride fundraiser. In 2009, Anderson wrote an open letter to President Barack Obama urging the legalization of cannabis.
Anderson has also shown support to the Friends of the Israel Defense Forces. In December 2015, Anderson, a close friend of Sea Shepherd Conservation Society founder Paul Watson, and a longtime supporter or advisory board member of that organization, became a full board member, in order to further its efforts in opposing the hunting of whales.
In November 2016, Anderson starred in a video public service announcement produced by the National Limousine Association and the National Sexual Violence Resource Center as part of the Ride Responsibly initiative, titled The Driving Game, which aimed to shed light on the lack of universal driver regulations in the private ground transportation industry. In December 2016, Anderson called WikiLeaks founder Julian Assange a hero.
She stated, "One day everyone will realize, he is a hero. But until now, this man has missed 7 Christmases with his children and is kept in difficult and tremendously stressful conditions while doing us all a great service. Everyone in the world has benefited. Because of WikiLeaks, he has sacrificed so much, to simply share the truth."
Relationships. Anderson married Tommy Lee, drummer of Motley Crue, on February 19, 1995, after knowing him for about 96 hours, or 4 days. They wed on a beach, with Anderson, Indiana, a bikini.
Anderson's mother did not know, and learned of the marriage from People magazine. During this time, she was known professionally as Pamela Anderson Lee. Together they have 2 sons, Brandon Thomas Lee and Dylan Jagger Lee. Dylan Jagger Lee was named for Anderson's great-grandfather, Dale Jagger Grosco, who fought in World War II.
The couple divorced in 1998. In March 2002, Anderson publicly stated that she had contracted hepatitis C from Lee, and began writing a regular column for Jane magazine. In October 2003, Anderson jokingly said on Howard Stern's radio show that she does not expect to live more than 10 or 15 years, but this was misconstrued and taken seriously by many websites and tabloids.
As of 2015, Anderson was cured of hepatitis C after the 1998 divorce. Anderson became engaged to the model Marcus Schenkenberg. They broke up in 2001. She then became engaged to the singer Kid Rock. She broke up with him in 2003. On July 18, 2006, it was announced that she would marry Kid Rock on July 29, 2006, on a yacht near Saint-Tropez, France. "Feels like I've been stuck in a time warp," said Anderson, Indiana, her blog entry. "Not able to let go of my family picture. It's been sad and lonely and frustrating.
I've raised my kids alone in hope of a miracle. Well, my miracle came and went, and came back, and back, because he knew that I'd wake up one day and realize that I was waiting for nothing. I'm moving on," she declared. "I feel like I'm finally free. I'm in love." There was extensive unconfirmed media speculation that the marriage was pregnancy-related, but the theory was based only on Anderson's representative's refusal to comment on the question. On November 10, 2006, it was announced that Anderson had miscarried while in Vancouver shooting a new film, Blonde and Blonder. 17 days later, on November 27, 2006, Anderson filed for divorce in Los Angeles County Superior Court, citing irreconcilable differences. Some news reports have suggested that Kid Rock's outrage during a screening of Borat, in which Anderson plays a cameo role, led to the filing for divorce 2 weeks later. In February 2007, Anderson said that she still often had sex with Lee since their divorce. In June 2008, Lee said that they're trying again to make things work together. In September 2007, Anderson stated on The Ellen DeGeneres Show that she was engaged. On September 29, Anderson and film producer Rick Salomon applied for a marriage license in Las Vegas. On October 6, 2007, Anderson married Salomon in a small wedding ceremony at the Mirage. Between her two nightly appearances at the Planet Hollywood Resort and Casino in Hans Klock's Magic Show, the couple separated on December 13, and on February 22, 2008, Anderson requested through the courts that the marriage be annulled, citing fraud.
In October 2013, Anderson stated on The Ellen DeGeneres Show that she and Salomon were friends with benefits. In January 2014, she announced that she had remarried Salomon on an unspecified date. Anderson filed for divorce from Salomon in February 2015. The divorce was finalized on April 29, 2015.
Legal issues. A sex tape of Anderson and Tommy Lee on their honeymoon was stolen from their home in 1995 and made a huge stir on the internet. Anderson sued the video distribution company, Internet Entertainment Group. Ultimately, the Lees entered into a confidential settlement agreement with IEG. Thereafter, the company began making the tape available to subscribers to its websites again, resulting in triple the normal traffic on the sites. Another tape, which was made before the Tommy Lee tape, involving Anderson and musician Bret Michaels from Poison, was later announced, and an abridged version of less than 60 seconds appeared on the internet.
Frames of the video first appeared in Penthouse magazine in March 1998. The tape was successfully blocked by Michaels, but a 4-minute sex tape is still available on the internet.
Citizenship and homes. Anderson became a naturalized citizen of the United States on May 12, 2004. While retaining her Canadian citizenship, she owns the home in Malibu, California. Veganism. Anderson is a vegan, an advocate for animal rights, and an active member of the animal protection organization People for the Ethical Treatment of Animals, taking part in several campaigns for animal rights.
She became a vegetarian in her early teens, when she saw her father cleaning an animal he had hunted.
Thank you for watching. Brought to you by WikiVD Documentaries. Please like and subscribe below. Please like and subscribe below.